Marhaba! Planning on joining us in Dubai for the 2016 Jubilee Games? We look forward to having you. To help familiarize you with what to expect when you arrive in Dubai and to make your visit as enjoyable as possible, the Jubilee Games organizing team has prepared this short orientation video. Please take a few minutes to watch this video in its entirety, as there is some important and helpful information you may need to know before you travel. Let's remember that as volunteers and staff, we're ambassadors and representatives of our countries and the global community. Respecting the laws and the values of the Jubilee Games and our host country will ensure that your stay is an extremely pleasant one. The inaugural Jubilee Games took place in Kenya in 2008 as one of the signature international events to commemorate Maulana Hazar Imam's Golden Jubilee. Since that time, the Jubilee Games has evolved into a legacy quadrennial event on the global community's calendar, and one that aims to serve broader objectives such as the enhancement of health and fitness levels on a global scale and the development of athletic excellence in the community. In July, over 10,000 athletes, volunteers, and spectators from around the globe will participate in the 2016 Jubilee Games. Athletes will compete for gold in 15 sports events, while spectators enjoy a range of entertaining programs that celebrate and showcase the cultural diversity and talent of the community, providing each of us with an amazing opportunity to interact with people from over 28 countries. And of course, to spread some cheer in the true spirit of athleticism. Situated in the Middle East, Dubai is a modern and cosmopolitan city in the United Arab Emirates. The streets, shopping malls, and business areas are alive with numerous languages and cultures. Do keep in mind that you will probably meet many people with different values and opinions. The culture and laws in the UAE are designed to ensure that everyone is respectful of each other regardless of their faith and nationality. As with any time you travel, visitors to the UAE should avoid improper conduct and behavior, which can lead to fines, imprisonment, and deportation. Any form of transgression of the law or social norms, whether real or perceived, is known to result in action by the authorities. Therefore, we advise you to exercise discretion and good sense in all possible interactions. Let's face it, July is going to be pretty hot in Dubai, with temperatures reaching more than 40 degrees Celsius. While it's normal in some parts of the world to strip away the layers in heat and humidity, the UAE is a traditional society. Some residents can be offended when people dress inappropriately. Clothing should not be transparent or indecently expose parts of the body or display offensive pictures or slogans. All public displays of affection involving physical contact between men and women are considered a transgression of local customs of behavior. In addition, noise disruptions, profanity, and poor language, making obscene gestures are all prohibited and may land you in legal trouble. It is against the law to drink alcohol whilst walking in the street or to be drunk in a public place. Such conduct may result in a fine or worse. Like in most countries, narcotic drugs are illegal in the United Arab Emirates and penalties may be severe. Items such as betel nuts, pan, and couscous are considered illegal and should not be handled, purchased, or consumed. Over-the-counter medicines such as those containing codeine are not permitted. If you are traveling with prescription medications, carry a doctor's note and keep medicines in original packaging. Some medicines do appear on the government of the UAE Ministry of Health's list of restricted and controlled medicines. Many of us use social media to post the things we find funny or just simply to capture memories. Remember that there are strict guidelines around the use of social media in the UAE. Many social media and chat networks like WhatsApp may be regularly monitored by authorities. Never take pictures of people in public without their consent. While tourists will generally take a lot of photographs, be aware that posting pictures of anyone on social media or distributing them through information networks without their consent is punishable by law and could result in serious consequences. Also, be mindful of how you describe any online postings. Ensure that you're always respectful and use social media in good taste. It's important not to become involved in discussions of a political or a religious nature at any time. All participants of the Jubilee Games must read and understand the Jubilee Games Code of Conduct, which is predicated on upholding the Ismaili community's ethics and values. A zero-tolerance policy is in effect during the Games. Participants should be aware that breaches of the code may result in suspension or removal from the Jubilee Games. Volunteering in the spirit of community and in accordance with the ethics of the faith means demonstrating principles of fairness, cooperation, discretion, and impartiality at all times. Always be sure to abide by the directions and instructions of the Jubilee Games organizing team and to follow both the Jubilee Games rules and the laws of the UAE. All volunteers and staff will be required to sign their acknowledgement of the Code of Conduct upon collection of lanyards at registration. With the endorsement and full-hearted support of the Dubai and the UAE government, the Jubilee Games may be visited by senior-ranking government officials during the week of the Games. Staff and volunteers in particular are expected to hold themselves to the highest of personal standards, including following uniform, dress code, and general conduct policies. We remind participants to respect our guests' privacy, space, and time, and avoid using social media. As a staff or volunteer, you may be asked to arrive in Dubai several days before the Jubilee Games depending on your assigned role. It is important that you communicate with your work stream director or volunteer resource coordinator to make sure you know your shift details. All staff and volunteers will be required to pick up name badges and lanyards, attend a mandatory on-site orientation, and pick up a t-shirt and water bottle before starting your first shift. Orientation sessions will be held daily starting on the 19th of July, and a schedule will be shared with you in the coming weeks. All staff and volunteers are responsible for arranging their own visas to the UAE, airline travel, and hotel accommodations. Staff and in-shift volunteers will be provided lunch, dinner, and snacks at the Dubai World Trade Center. Breakfast will not be provided, however, many hotels offer breakfast as part of their accommodation packages. Round-trip transportation will be provided to all sporting venues from the Dubai World Trade Center. Each individual is responsible for other meals and transportation, including airport transfers. Medical attention in the UAE can be quite expensive depending on the severity of the situation. All staff and volunteers coming to Dubai are strongly recommended to purchase their own personal health and travel insurance for the entire period of their travel to and from the UAE. The UAE is a relatively safe country from a crime perspective. Nevertheless, when you are out and about, take the necessary precautions to stay safe, just as you would do if you were in your own country. Always be aware of your surroundings and know how to reach the Jubilee Games hotline and security teams in case you run into any problems. Keep your passport stowed away in a safe place at all times when not traveling. Do not carry your passport with you if you don't need it. Carrying a photocopy is more than acceptable. Remember, there is a zero-tolerance policy for drugs and alcohol, with severe fines and penalties such as imprisonment. Bringing any contraband or weapons are also severely punishable under the UAE law. Make sure to research the laws and know what is and isn't permitted before you travel. Although most events will take place in climate-controlled venues, it is important to remember to stay hydrated by drinking lots of water and allowing your body to adjust slowly between air-conditioned and outside venues. Do wear light clothing that allows the body to stay cool, along with sunscreen to protect your skin. With the heritage and culture of Dubai at the heart of its appeal, from its origins as a pearl fishing port to today's pioneering city, which is home to one of the world's most iconic skylines, it is a true crossing between East and West. We hope that during your stay, you embrace all that it has to offer. With the Jubilee Games just around the corner, we look forward to hosting the world in Dubai for what will be an incredible event. That said, Ahlan wa sahlan fi Dubai. That's Arabic for welcome to Dubai. We wish you a pleasant visit.